Some places on Earth demand more than just strength. They demand endurance, willpower, and daily adaptation. These are not places for the faint-hearted. In today's journey, we'll step into corners of the world where every sunrise brings new challenges, and where survival is simply a way of life. Oymyakon, Russia, the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Welcome to Oymyakon, a remote village deep in Siberia, often recorded as the coldest permanently inhabited place on the planet. In winter, temperatures here plummet to -50 degrees Celsius, -58 degrees Fahrenheit, so cold that even your breath can freeze in mid-air. Vehicles must run 24/7 to avoid freezing solid, and ink inside pens can freeze indoors. Despite this unforgiving climate, around 500 people call this village home. Their diet consists largely of raw meat and fish, as crops simply can't grow here. Schools only close when temperatures drop below -52 degrees Celsius. Locals dress in layers of fur, rely on firewood for heat, and pass down survival skills from generation to generation. Hunting and fishing are not hobbies here, they're lifelines. And the frozen silence of Oymyakon hides generations of resilience beneath its snow. The floating villages of Tonle Sap, Cambodia, life on rising waters. Far from the frozen north, Cambodia's Tonle Sap Lake tells a different story, one of water, motion, and constant adaptation. During monsoon season, this lake swells to more than 5 times its size, forcing entire communities to float rather than settle. Here, people don't just live by the water, they live on it. Homes, schools, shops, and even churches drift on wooden stilts and barrels. There are no streets, only narrow boat paths. Children row to class in tiny canoes, and markets float past doorsteps, selling everything from vegetables to fresh fish. Despite modern challenges, these communities maintain ancient traditions. Fishing methods passed down for generations still feed families today. Floods are unpredictable, sanitation is limited, and clean water is hard to find. But the villagers have developed an extraordinary rhythm with nature, learning when to fish, when to move, and how to raise families without ever stepping on solid land. These floating communities show how deeply human life can connect to water, even when it never stops moving beneath your feet. Villa Las Estrellas, Antarctica, a civilian outpost on the edge of the world now, we head to the far south, to Antarctica, where life exists not in cities, but in science bases and frozen stations. Among them is Villa Las Estrellas, a small Chilean settlement with families, a school, a post office, and even internet access, all surrounded by ice. Only a few dozen people live here year-round, braving temperatures that hover below freezing even in summer. To give birth, women must leave the continent entirely. Doctors don't allow pregnancies here because of the risks. A simple medical emergency can take days to evacuate. Even the smallest tasks, getting food, receiving mail, or sending a package, can feel like coordinating a military operation in the harshest climate. The isolation is intense. Ships arrive just a few times a year, and every item, from food to furniture, must be shipped in. Yet the town survives thanks to international cooperation, strict rules, and a powerful sense of duty. For those who choose this life, survival isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and shared. Villa Las Estrellas is one of the only places on Earth where you can truly feel the planet's edge and still find a human footprint. These places aren't just hard to reach, they're hard to imagine. But for the people who live there, every challenge is part of their daily routine. From freezing nights in Oymyakon to drifting homes in Cambodia, to icy silence in Antarctica,